Just X.
Yo, this is why Todoroki is my favorite character. Seriously, he's actually a fucking boss. Like, from the start of this tournament, he basically set himself ahead of everybody else, making plays to win this shit. And even when he was confronted with all of those 0-point monsters from the entrance exam in season 1, like, he dealt with them almost instantly with no hesitation. He's actually insane. He's definitely a prodigy. And just a side note, the animation actually looked fucking amazing when he did that. Like, it really stepped up its game. But yeah, as I was saying, he's definitely a prodigy. Like, even Bakugo didn't make a move on them just yet. He was waiting there with everyone else trying to figure out what to do. But I'm sure either him or Deku will be the next people to make their move, because both of their abilities pack some serious destructive power. They should be able to deal with those in no time at all. I mean, Deku already punched the living shit out of one of them in the first season, so hopefully he'll be able to control his abilities now and do the same thing again, but this time without losing an arm in the process. This episode was actually great. Like, it really reminded me of how good the pacing is in this anime. They managed to skip ahead through the story to all of the essential parts without it feeling too unnatural or forced. Like, they showed the training, and then the passage of time happens sort of in relation to what Deku was saying. So he explained how hard everybody worked, and then said all of that time passed in the blink of an eye, and bam, we're at the festival. So it was really subtle, but it was a great way of making the time skip feel really natural. Otherwise, it would have just felt like we skipped straight to the festival without any preparation or anything. I would have loved to have seen Deku do a bit more this episode, but I'm not really complaining, seeing as we got some time to see all the other characters shine, not only from our class, but we were introduced to characters from other classes too. I think only 1 or 2 people from the other classes are actually going to be relevant. Like, you can kind of tell, because a lot of them just have plain and boring character designs, whereas the ones that are actually going to be relevant have a bit more life drawn into them. Like, the ones that seem like they're going to get sidelined all have the same sort of features, like brown hair, expressionless faces, all of that kind of stuff, whereas we got some interesting designs like this girl here, not too sure what her name is, and a couple of the other guys from class B as well. To be honest with you though, one of them actually looked like they should have been a villain. Like, he's got some shady character design. I think it's just his eyes, but on top of that, the way he was making those guys carry him through the obstacle course, like using people and taking advantage of people like that, isn't generally something you would expect a hero to do. And I'm not too sure if it was part of his quirk or not either. Like, their eyes did look a bit weird at the time, but I could just be wrong. Like, it was sort of unclear, unless I'm totally missing something that was completely obvious. But yeah, I look forward to seeing the next couple of episodes. Like, I want to see what kind of unique games and tests they come up with and how people overcome them. Like, I was very surprised at certain characters, how much they've actually developed. Like, they were actually able to turn a terrible power into something useful, and I love seeing that type of stuff. But most of all, I can't wait to see Deku actually use his abilities again. I feel like it's been so long since we've actually seen him get serious, and I want to see if he's actually managed to learn how to control his quirk yet or not. But yeah, overall I'd rate this episode an 8 out of 10. It transitioned us into the festival perfectly in my opinion. The pacing and the animation was amazing, as well as it actually being funny at times. Like, one thing about this anime is that they actually have their comedy on point, and I love it. But let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already for more of that Boku no Hero greatness, and I'll see you guys in the next video. 1.